please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, sir?
Thank you, Father.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will you all join me in prayer, please? Supreme Architect of the universe, we invoke thy blessing at this time. May this meeting thus be closed and opened in peace and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen.
My prayer was answered. Stay there.
Well, good afternoon, commissioners. Good afternoon, public. Welcome to our Thursday, October 18th, 2012 public business meeting. Gentlemen, is there any additions or deletions to our agenda?
No, sir.
None.
I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our October 11th, 2012 public business meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Brody, seconded by Commissioner Valentine. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All righty. Item number 1. Understand that Mr. Matthew Diaz is here to give us a Maryland Broadband Cooperative update.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Afternoon, sir.
I had the distinct honor and pleasure to attend the Maryland Broadband Cooperative's annual meeting in Annapolis today. This is my 4th meeting I've attended, and over the last 4 years, the cooperative has made slow and steady progress, I think, and what I learned today was a good synopsis of where the cooperative, what it started from, where it's going, and what that means, not only for Allegheny County, but Maryland as a whole. The cooperative was started in 2006, a piece of enabling legislation to the state of Maryland, and since that time, the company has grown to accumulate $23 million in assets and has laid 500 miles of fiber optic cable throughout the state of Maryland. The cooperative is a $4.7 million recipient of the Maryland Broadband Mapping Project, which was a precursor to the $115 million NTIA, or BTOP grant, that the state of Maryland received from the federal government through the stimulus package, both of which, with the cooperative being the mapping grant recipient and the NTIA, a subrecipient of that money, the cooperative will, when fiber gets laid in Allegheny County, which will probably happen over the next 12 to 18 months, the cooperative will take possession of some of those fibers and be able to work in concert with the BTOP plan, which, as we know now, will serve, I believe, some 30 anchor sites, including public safety, schools, firehouses, government facilities, as well as having the cooperative involved will bring an economic development perspective to that. So been very pleased about the progress that the cooperative has made. As I said, the BTOP grant was really set up for the state of Maryland to do more of a government service type or public service fiber project, but the cooperative has, with its mission, will see that economic development is seen to as part of this project. Additionally, I learned today that 89% of the conduit is down in the state and about 60% of the fiber wires. As I stated, Allegheny County is scheduled for late August of 2013 to have the conduit and the wires down. And with that, as you may recall, I believe in the last 6 to 8 months, we did a lease agreement with the cooperative for a space in our building back here. They began construction on that this week. Currently, 9 of the 28 huts are up. Ours is one of the ones that's currently under construction. And once all those huts get set from the western end of the state in Garrett County all the way down to the eastern shore, there will be connectivity for the state's fiber, which the cooperative already has a resource share agreement in place for, I believe, 4 strands of fiber, in our case along 68. And eventually, as the BTOP grant moves along, the cooperative will control more fibers. So just as a quick synopsis, that's kind of where the cooperative started 6 years ago. That's where they're at. I was fortunate enough to serve on the board of directors for the last 4 years. Today my term expired. There was a replacement put in for me. I was, as I said, pleased and honored that the previous Board of Commissioners, as well as this board, gave me the opportunity to do that, to try to further advance fiber in not only Western Maryland, but throughout rural Maryland. And just grateful for the opportunity. It's kind of hard to fiber something and broadband something that when you talk to people about, the question is, when are we going to get it? And fiber is not like a water line or a sewer line where it runs in front of your house. You run out and you tap it and you got it. And there's a whole lot of other things that have to come into play. And one thing the Cooperative will do is it will bring the middle and last mile providers to the table. As the name speaks to, it's a cooperative. Therefore, the 73 current members a lot of those are last mile providers, and will be able to provide service to Allegheny County and Western Maryland. So.
Well, Matt, I really appreciate you serving on the board for the last 4 years. With my conversations with the Maryland Broadband Cooperative, you made us proud, and thank you again for doing that. It's just another shining star for you as our Economic Development Director, and shining in Allegheny County as well as downstate, and thank you very much for that.
Very much, and rest assured that we will, or I will, and my staff will still shepherd this. Just because we don't have a seat on the Board of Directors, we are still a member. The Allegheny County is, and being a member delegate, we still have voting rights and privileges. So we still we'll have a say in how the cooperative goes forward. So again, just a wrap up for you, bring you up to speed, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Commissioners, item number 2 is the Certified Community Transit Manager's Achievement. I understand that Mr. Stafford and Ms. Wigfield.
There, if you want to come up, please. It's a pleasure to be here, Commissioner McKay, Commissioner Brody, Commissioner Valentine, to recognize one of our young employees that actually started out as an intern with us years ago, Sierra Wigfield. This is a national certification, and it's well recognized in the transit field that, to become a certified community transit manager, you have to go through a scrutinizing test that develops in financial management, operations management, human resources management, procurement, contracting, and transit development. So again, it's something for somebody as young as Sierra to get. It's a real attribute to us. This makes the 3rd one we have in our operation, Christine, myself, and now Sierra. And some of her highlights since she's been with us: has worked for Allegheny County since 2005, very good, dedicated employee, major contributor to our transportation team. I know she's a great help to Roy Cool in the transportation planning division, and she does an outstanding job. Headed up our National Transportation Development Reporting Program, which we have to do to the National Transportation Division about our numbers and what we do. Headed up and worked extensively with our American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, our RR program, where we got the money to build our transit shelter. We had a new roof put on and a number of projects down there to the tune of about $1.2 million. She handled that and did all the procurement and all that for that. And she's a team member, contributor to our transportation development plan, which you all know we're just in the process of finishing that up, hopefully this month or next month. So it's with great pleasure that we recognize Sierra Wigfield today, and in recognition of her achievement with Certified Community Transit Manager.
Well, wonderful. Congratulations. Sierra, anything you'd like to say?
Thank you for recognizing me. I appreciate the opportunity to let people know about this. Thank you.
Well, you're a shining star here in Allegheny County, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
If I could, when it's over, if I can get a picture with the commissioners up there.
Yep, please. Well, let's do this now. Sorry, Dave, I got it. Thanks.
Sarah, you getting a show?
Jim, why don't somebody get that picture and you get in here with them?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's take it.
Oh, thank you. Make sure I don't leave that. No?
Grady, a little bit closer, please.
We're close.
That's good.
Excuse me. Okay.
One more, please.
No, we always do one more.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Sierra. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I got it.
Do you want to seat him, Mike? And sort of-
No, I changed seats on him because I saw what you all did to me and gave me the short seat.
today.
Let's see how that worked.
Did you switch him?
Bada bing, bada boom. Try to hard. It's awful hard and trying to hide fries from a big man. All righty. Item number 3 in our action agenda, gentlemen, is the public hearing for Code Home Rule Bill number 7-12, the Bedford Road Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Project Bond Authorization. Mr. Gale, welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate Sierra on her achievement. We worked with her on a number of projects. She's a bright, energetic person. She's a pleasure to work with and very hardworking, so congratulations, Sarah. Last week, I believe that Jason Bennett introduced legislation for the county commissioner to borrow up to $400,000 for the Bedford Road Sanitary District. Particularly, we're doing work in the Shays Lane area. The loan will be 0.8% over 30 years. The hearing will continue today and hopefully will be enacted October 25th and will be effective December 10th. Currently, we do not project a rate increase for that district because we're currently collecting enough money that we will not have to increase the rates at this time. So any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
That's good news. That's good news. Ms.
Keep
Linda, Ms. Linda, do we have anyone that signed up for public comment for that? No? Is there anybody who missed that opportunity? Okay, we will close it and get it on the schedule for the 25th for possible action.
We will.
All right.
Right,
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Paul.
Mr. Eberly.
Commissioners.
What might you have on your consent agenda for us today, sir?
Commissioners, we have a very short consent agenda today of 2 items. We have the State of Good Repair Grant Program through Transit to approve, and we have a request from the City of Cumberland to abate taxes on 3 properties that they have acquired with the desire to demolish them. So,
Okay. Gentlemen, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept our consent agenda.
So move.
And second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Commissioners, just a few brief items. We did accept bids this week on Tuesday for contract W34, which is the Rawlings Water Transmission Line. We hope to review those very, very soon and perhaps even take formal action on that bid award next week if we possibly can. One other item, we do not have listed here a public work session for next week, but we will need one for next week. So on Thursday, October the 25th at 3 o'clock, we'll have a work session and an opportunity to sit down and talk to principals from Funk and Bolton, a law firm that has submitted some correspondence to us that we'd like to talk to them about. And at the same time, Jason Bennett will be with us, perhaps even with Sam Ketterman, the county's bond counsel, to discuss some refinancing opportunities for the county's debt.
Okay,
So that's all I have for you.
thank you. Well, Mr. Rudd, I got a phone call. They happen to be related to you. It happens to be these 2 gentlemen. I think that they're your sons. And they happen to be watching the meeting, and they thought that I was giving you too much time to talk at the meetings. And I assured them that I would continue with that pace. But is there anything that you would like to add, or anything that we appreciate your attendance? And, oh, I'm sorry, I took up the balance of your time. I apologize, sir. Thank you very much.
You go first.
Commissioner Brody.
All right. I'll do, as usual, a brief rundown of the calendar this week of some meetings that we attended and some places we was, starting Friday, October 12th. Constituents meeting, North Branch Lions Club meeting, Animal Shelter Management Foundation, reception for the traveling McCurrys. Saturday the 13th, Autumn Glory. Wheels for Happiness Kickoff. Maryland State Police Retirement Event. At Monday the 15th, Friends Aware Groundbreaking Ceremony and Toys for Happiness event. Tuesday, October 16th, Board of Health meeting, Economic Development meeting. Wednesday, October 17th, Bel Air Crime Watch, Mount Savage Area Water and Sewer Projects Public Meeting, Project Fit America event, Constituents meeting, Chamber of Commerce Economic Development Committee meeting, and Chamber of Commerce After Hours. Thursday, October 18th, County Commissioners Public Meeting, City of Frostburg meeting, and Allegheny County Girls Home Wine and Cheese Party. Before I
Mr.
give
Rhodes,
up
you can't go to that.
give up the mic here a little bit, I was up Mount Savage the other night for the water and sewer meeting, and for everyone, please remember, these projects that we are doing, and we're doing numerous of them across the county, we was asked to come and do these projects. These projects are not forced on anyone. After several of these meetings I'm attending, it seems to be the same type of questions is asked. Why? Why are you here? We don't want this. And it's always just one or two people. If them questions are necessary, please find one of the three of us, and we will explain that. And remember also, when this work's going on in your area, be patient with us. Nobody has a magic wand, including the county, that can't make the roads fix themselves before they get tore up, and we can't see what's there before we get there. So with that in mind, because there is several projects coming out over the next year, patience. So, Bill?
Just want to expand on a couple of these events that Creed mentioned. We attended the North Branch Lions Club meeting, which was held in Luke, and it was rather amazing. I mean, we went up there thinking we were going to walk into a crowd of 8 or 9 people. They were just forming an entirely new Lions Club. As it ended up, it was a packed house, and it was the largest original pledge of a Lions Club in the state of Maryland. So there was, 78 people, I think, that pledged that night. So in the Lions Club, if you don't know that, they do a lot of work getting eye care to people that need it, and also it's a very worthwhile group there. Saturday, I took my little hot rod down to what was called Wheels for Happiness. It was held at Canal Place, and basically it was car club people got together. They had about, I would think about 90 cars, anything from full hot rods to, there was a 67 Chevelle there that looked like it never been out of the factory before, just an unbelievable car. But the price of entering your car in the show was a new toy to be given away. So this show was working hand in hand with Toys for Happiness, a rather large group here that collects toys for children that normally wouldn't get much for Christmas. So it helps those children have a much better Christmas. And then yesterday, a rather unique event held at the Flintstone Elementary School. The federal government has a project going right now. It's called Project Fit America, and it's to get children outside for recess, and they're installing playground, not the old-time playground, but everything there is to increase physical fitness. Somehow, little old Flintstone was selected as the very first place in the state of Maryland. They didn't even apply for this. Somehow they were just selected for this. They had a great turnout for that. The children were unbelievably enthusiastic about having this new playground physical fitness center installed at their school. So it seems that we are on somebody's radar map. The only other thing I have to mention is on the Marcellus Study Commission, they decided to cancel our meeting for October. So that's going to extend things a little bit longer. But the Marcellus Legislative Committee will be meeting October 29th, which is a Monday from 3:30 to 6 o'clock. They don't have a location for us yet. It'll be held either in Allegheny or Garrett County. They're just looking for someplace that has a good speakerphone. That's the requirement for this meeting, because a lot of the people will be calling in for phone comments. It will be open to the public wherever we find to hold it. So the whole idea of this legislative committee is to pass more laws and regulations before we ever okay drilling in the state of Maryland. And I think this is going to lead to us never drilling in the state of Maryland. I am on that committee. There's been some proposed legislation that fortunately we've been able to talk this committee out of offering, but we do have a delegate, Delegate Mazur, that is a member of the study commission. She's not a part of this legislative committee, but last year she entered over 20 pieces of legislation. This year she promises to enter legislation that will stop drilling in the state of Maryland. So I'll just keep you updated as we move along.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Constituents. Mr. Wilmot.
Yes, sir.
As Mr. Wilmot does come to the podium, just remind everyone that we give him 5 minutes to address the commissioners. If after 5 minutes you need another 5 minutes, we move you down below someone else in respect. And if you need an additional 10 minutes, we will provide a meeting with the commissioner before our next public business meeting. It is yours, Mr. Wilmot. Welcome, sir.
I'm Kenneth Wilmot. I live at 513 4th Avenue. I'm a 20-year military Air Force veteran. I asked a question last week about the count on the animals that came through the animal control shelter. I asked the same question at the Animal Control Board, the new panel. I got 0 answers from Mr. DeVore and Mr. Brubaker, so that's why I came to you people last week, so I'm here again. According to them people, they got a 92% adoption rate. It's a fairy tale. It doesn't exist, never will. This is the official numbers coming from Mr. Brubaker. They adopted out 575. They transferred 130, reclaimed 72, euthanized 100, died 65, escaped 35. Now that's 977 animals that came to the shelter. Simple math tells you that that's no ways near 92%. Also, there's about 800 animals missing in the count. Prior to Mr. Brubaker taking over, there was about 1,800 animals come through that shelter every year. And they average putting down 1,500 animals. I'd like to know where these 800 animals are and what they're doing with them. I've had people come to me and say they know where they're going, but they don't want to get involved. There's supposedly there is a trap, neuter, and release program here in Allegheny County. Now, it's against the law for anybody to throw a cat out on the road. A couple of weeks ago, I was out on Black Valley Road. That's on the other side of Flintstone, doing some work for a lady. She needs some shrubbery pruned. In the past year, she's had 5 cats dropped off at her house. Kittens, adult cats. And she said all along the road, they're dropping cats everywhere on the road. Now, this is just one road in Allegheny County. So something's going on somewhere. And I would like to know where these 800 animals are going. What program is the shelter involved with or whatever? Where are these 800 animals that they're unaccounted for on their yearly report?
Well, that's why we have an animal control board, Mr. Wilmot. And
Well, you get no answer at that place.
So,
Absolutely 0.
I'm sort of confused where you're coming up with another 800 animals. You said their report showed they took in 900 animals.
977.
Right?
If you
And
get,
your other numbers added up to that number, correct?
well, according to Mr. DeVore, the report he put out in the Cumberland newspaper, the 4 prior years to him taking over that place, you called it a slaughterhouse because they were euthanizing an average of 1,500 animals a year.
But that was in previous years.
Yeah, that's previous years.
They've made full counting for the animals they took in this year.
Well, there's something wrong someplace. If we're taking in 1,500 and putting them down, that's just the animals they put down. They took in over 1,800 animals, and Mr. Brubaker's only taken in 977. A lady right on the board has printed in the Cumberland newspaper, I don't know how many times, the animal control shelter has rescued thousands and thousands of animals. That is another fairy tale. They've only taken in 977
Well-
This year.
for the year of 2011.
Okay, so we're talking last year then.
Yes, that's the statistics. It's available. There's something wrong someplace. There's a fly in the soup. You can't tell me that they didn't take, they had to hire 7 more people out there to wet nurse all them animals. So what are they doing with them? Why did we have to hire 7 new people out there?
I referred to the Animal Control Board, sir.
Well, it's just like you get no answers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilmot. All righty. Commissioners, that was our only constituent for today. I'd like to remind everyone that our next work session is going to be October 25th, 2012 at 3 o'clock in room 212. Our next public business meeting, gentlemen, is going to be October 25th at 5 o'clock in room 100. I'd like to announce the public meeting of the Allegheny County Comprehensive Plan, October 23rd, 2012 at 7 o'clock, right here, 701 Kelly Boulevard. And that the Salary Study Commission meeting is going to be on Wednesday, October 24th, 2012 at 3:30 in room 408 of this building. Commissioners, staff, public, and those who are watching us on the web, thank you very much for participating in your government. I hope you have a nice day.